What's up, guys? Welcome back to Best Choice Review. Today we're taking a deep dive into Eversolo's DMP series to see how their flagship A8 and more affordable A6 models compare for high-res audio streaming. These slick little boxes pack some serious audio power. We'll be looking at design, connectivity, supported formats, streaming services, features, sound quality, the entire spectrum. By the end, you'll know exactly which model is worth stretching your budget for and which gives you the best bang for your buck. Will the mighty A8 reign supreme, or can the cheaper A6 hold its own in this high-res streaming showdown? Let's find out. Right off the bat, you'll notice both the A8 and A6 share a similar compact, minimalist design in line with Eversolo's sophisticated aesthetic. No flashy lights or oversized buttons here, just a clean, elegant look, perfect for blending into any hi-fi or home theater setup. The machined aluminum chassis and glass touchscreen give them a premium feel that looks way more expensive than the price tag suggests. Very slick. Around back, the layout keeps things simple but functional. All your inputs and outputs are neatly arranged for easy access. The A8 does gain an extra optical input over the A6 if you need more connectivity. Both models come with a nicely made remote for controlling playback without touching the screen. Overall, Eversolo nailed the look and design, understated yet classy. Now let's dive into the connections and ports. The A8 and A6 come equipped with a solid selection of inputs and outputs to accommodate different setups. For inputs, you've got optical, coaxial, and USB-B connections for hooking up external digital sources like a CD transport or connecting a laptop or hard drive full of tunes. The USB-B port supports audio up to 32-bit 384 kHz PCM plus DSD-512. More than enough resolution for even crazy demanding audio files. The A8 adds an extra optical input if you need more flexibility hooking up components. For outputs, both models include a pair of RCA outs to feed an external amplifier or powered speakers. Super simple and effective. No proprietary connections or cables to worry about. And I'm happy to report both the A8 and A6 include an HDMI ARC port. This lets you route audio from a smart TV into a sound system or soundbar. Very handy for a clean, minimalist setup. Plus, you've got Bluetooth 5.0 with high-quality aptX HD codec support on both models, so you can stream music wirelessly from any phone, tablet, or laptop in crisp fidelity. Now, one major distinction. The flagship A8 adds balanced XLR outputs alongside the regular RCA outs. This provides the option for longer cable runs and improved noise rejection when connecting to high-end amplifiers. So in terms of connectivity, the A6 gets you up and running with a quality selection of inputs and outputs, while the pricier A8 expands things for more advanced setups. Both very flexible streamers in my book. Moving on to formats, the A8 and A6 match each other again, supporting all major high-res PCM and DSD formats for incredible fidelity. This includes 32-bit 384 kHz PCM plus DSD-512 over USB. You can play back just about any high-res track at its native resolution without downsampling or transcoding. They both utilize Eversolo's proprietary original sampling rate engine to bypass limitations of the Android OS for true bit-perfect playback. This ensures you're hearing music exactly as the artist and producer intended. MQA decoding is also on board, so you can stream remastered studio-quality tracks from Tidal. Basically, both streamers cover you for all current high-res formats. They won't leave you wishing you had support for some obscure Ultra HD format down the line. You're future-proofed. Alright, now let's talk about streaming options and controls. This is where convenience comes into play just as much as sound quality. Fortunately, both the A8 and A6 streamers come loaded with pretty much every major streaming service you could want. This includes Tidal, Spotify, Amazon Music, Qobuz, Deezer, internet radio via TuneIn, and more. All the best quality sources filled with tens of millions of tracks are ready to roll. Just log into your accounts and start listening. You can browse and control playback directly on the responsive touchscreen or use the Eversolo Stream app. Honestly, Eversolo nailed it here. Their app is super intuitive with quick access to playlists, search, internet radio presets, and more. Way nicer than some competitors. Now, a standout feature. The A8 and A6 both support Rune integration. This unlocks even more advanced metadata-rich browsing and perfectly synced multi-room streaming for you hardcore music nerds. Chromecast support is also built into both models, allowing you to cast music from tons of streaming apps for quick, casual listening. And they function as UPnP servers to stream local files from a NAS or hard drive anywhere on your home network. Very handy for accessing your own massive high-res collection. So for streaming and control, you've got all the essentials covered beautifully on both models, plus some nice bonuses like Rune Readiness. The user experience is fantastic. Alright, let's quickly run through some extra features that set the A8 and A6 apart. A significant feature of the A8 is its use of AKM Dex, specifically the AK4191EQ and AK4499EX for pristine analog conversion. They contribute to the improvement of sound quality and power consumption and also help in reducing external parts, so you can plug in your high-end headphones for an incredible listening experience. The A6, on the other hand, uses a very capable ESS Sabre DAC, specifically the ES9038Q2M, and can drive most headphones, but the A8 pushes the performance envelope further with its AKM DACs. DSP is another advantage on the A8. This allows full digital volume control and audio processing for features like EQ and bass management. This helps you to manipulate the frequency content of your recordings and ensures the low frequencies in all audio channels are reproduced by speakers. Keeping the signal in the digital domain as long as possible reduces noise and distortion. The A8 also works as a true preamp with analog volume control, letting you plug directly into a power amp while still controlling system volume from the device. Super clean setup. And it has 12-volt triggers to automatically turn on other connected gear like an amp or powered speakers. Again, super handy for clean integration. For whole home streaming, the A8 includes support for multi-zone grouping where you can stream a single video feed to multiple destinations simultaneously while the A6 is single zone only. So more expansion potential with the flagship. And the A8 can stream to third-party products like Sonos speakers via Spotify Connect. One more notch of flexibility. Throw in a slick LCD touchscreen on the A8 versus the A6's LCD touchscreen, and you've got a more feature-rich device overall that justifies the extra cost for enthusiasts. Okay, let's dive into the main course. Sound quality. How do these puppies actually perform playing back high-resolution tunes? Well, I'm thrilled to report that both the A8 and the A6 deliver superb, highly engaging sound quality that absolutely brings high-res audio to life. The clarity, dynamic range, and detail are on another level compared to compressed streaming services. With high-resolution FLAC, DSD, or MQA streams, instruments and vocals sound incredibly realistic. You can pinpoint individual performers in 3D space, subtle textures and harmonic nuances come alive. The difference over lossy Spotify streams is instantly obvious. Now, comparing the A8 and A6 head-to-head, the flagship A8 consistently pulls ahead in terms of overall refinement, resolution, and musical engagement. Bass on the A8 digs a touch deeper with more articulate texture and impact. Mids sound more natural and open with superior imaging. And the top end has effortless extension and air for a smooth, detailed presentation. The A8's stellar DAC and preamp stage really extract more micro-detail and nuance from recordings. Acoustic instruments have fuller resonance and decay. Complex passages sound more composed and layered. Subtle background cues come forward. And the A8 delivers a wider, more immersive soundstage with pinpoint holographic imaging. You literally feel transported into the performance. Very noticeable with intimate jazz combos, classical quartets, or vocal harmonies. It just surrounds you with music. Of course, both streamers can absolutely rock too. Crank up the volume with metal or EDM and you'll be headbanging thanks to the dynamic punch and crisp highs. But again, the A8 pulls ahead, delivering a more alive, exciting presentation. Vocals also sound magical on the A8, extremely natural tone and texture. Guitars ring out with a realistic body and decay. The flagship brings recordings to life in a captivating way. Now, don't get me wrong, the more affordable A6 still punches way above its weight. You get 90% of the A8's stellar musicality for way less. But in A/B testing, those with trained ears will clearly appreciate the extra resolution and holographic immersion the A8 delivers. It's about as good as digital streaming gets before stepping up to megabuck DACs. Just a touch more engaging and lifelike. But both models bring high-res audio forward in a huge way over compressed streaming. Miles ahead sonically. Okay, so how much cash is needed to put this high-res power on your desktop? The flagship A8 comes in at around $1,880. Very fair considering the stellar construction, connectivity, feature set, and audiophile-grade performance on offer. Makes for an incredible heart of a high-end streaming system. And now, for the big reveal. The Eversolo A6 costs just $859, over $1,000 less. In my opinion, that's an absolutely stellar value for a device delivering 90% of the A8's superb musicality. You save big while still getting engaging high-res streaming. So in summary, while the A8 reigns supreme in the absolute performance department, the far more affordable A6 gets you remarkably close for just $859. Unless you need the cutting-edge connectivity and hardcore audiophile refinement, the A6 provides a downright amazing listening experience for the dollars. So, that's it for this epic showdown. Hopefully this full breakdown gives you a clear picture of Eversolo's killer lineup to make the right streaming choice. Let me know if you have any other questions in the comments. I'll try to help steer you. For more information and updated prices, check the links in the description box below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications to catch more streaming gear showdowns. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.